Happy Sunday. It's an absolutely beautiful day. 1 week before Christmas, the most wonderful time of year. It's people out shopping, getting ready for next week. Um, Families visiting together. All kind of wonderful things happening this time of the year. But the harsh reality is that some people just can't see it. I've been there. I know that. I understand that. It's tough. It really is to be outside looking in at all the smiles and laughter and families and all of that, and not be able to see it ourselves. We can hear it. We hear the commotion, but it's a tough thing to see. There was a guy in the latter part of Mark chapter 10. His name was Bartimaeus, and this guy, he heard a commotion coming, and if you can imagine being him, you can't see, and you hear a big crowd coming, and you ask around about it, and it's come to find out it's Jesus, this guy who has been healing people and all, for a few years now, and he finally gets to see him or hear him. He hears the commotion, and he starts crying out. He says, "Son of David, please have mercy on me." He hollers, he cries, "Please, Son of David, have mercy on me." And the more he cried out, the more people rebuked him and shamed him. But that made him cry out even more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus hears him, and Jesus stops in his tracks, and he looks at his disciples and he says, "Call him." And they did. They called him. And when they called him, he jumps up. He doesn't hesitate. He runs over to Jesus, and Jesus says, "Well, what can I do for you?" And he says, "Please, please help me. Let me recover my sight," which indicates at some point he did have sight. He lost it. It's not there. You see, we may hear the commotion, we may hear everything going on, we may hear the jingle bells, we may hear it's the most wonderful time of the year, but because of circumstances or whatever it may be, we just cannot. We're having a hard time this year seeing just what it's all about. You see, Bartimaeus, he called out to the Son of David, which shows that he knew who Jesus was. If you remember, Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And they said, "Well, some say John the Baptist, some say Elijah, some say the prophet." And he asked Peter, he says, "Well, who do you say that I am?" And Peter says, "Well, you're the Son of God. You're the Messiah." He says, "Well, this hasn't been revealed to you by man. It's been revealed to you from above by the Father." You see, I think the same thing goes for Bartimaeus. He hollers out, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And by saying Son of David, he knows that he's the Messiah, the one that they've been looking for, the one that scriptures has told about for hundreds and hundreds of years. He knows, he believes, he hears the commotion, he just can't see. But who does he call out to? He has his hope in Jesus. Jesus asked him after his disciples called him, he he asked him, he says, what can I do for you? He says, well, would you please let me recover my sight? And he tells him, well, go, your faith has made you well. You see, he didn't just passively sit there and pray, God, please help me to see, have mercy on me. He prayed and he prayed until he heard something. He was invited. He ran. He didn't hesitate at all. That's faith. You see, the book of James tells us faith without works is dead. It doesn't exist. You see, you may hear the commotion of Christmas. You may hear all the jingle bells, but Jesus is inviting you to come see. What will you do? Will you sit there and say another day? Will you jump? Will you run? It may be tough. You may have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, but that's what faith is all about. Walking even when you cannot see. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and God bless you.